Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and today I wanted to talk about a stock that I strongly believe will outperform the market this year, and that stock is Bank of America. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. And so first off, the financial sector is a very strong area to look at for buying opportunities during these Fed interest rate times, especially considering the fact that banks tend to outperform during periods of rate increases. Now, Bank of America is one of the highest quality names in the banking sector, as it is actually the second largest financial institution in America with more than $3 trillion in assets, I believe. And as a company, they play a very key role in the overall economy, mostly due to their consumer banking and how many people bank with them and do business with them. Besides Chase, I kind of feel like you almost see a Bank of America on every corner. I feel like those are the two banks that you can walk in any neighborhood and just see on any corner. You'll see like a Bank of America, a Chase Bank, or you'll even see a Huntington now. Huntington's the new bank that's just like taking over. But anyway, I think it's worth mentioning that Bank of America is particularly sensitive to higher interest rates thanks to all of the net interest income that the company generates. And so I expect that loan activity should continue picking up as the economy recovers from the pandemic, which is another strong reason to consider this stock. Now, the company has a reasonable valuation, in my opinion. Some people dispute that, but in my opinion, I think the company has a reasonable valuation and a decent dividend of about 1.8%. And due to the current market environment, Bank of America is a great example of the type of companies that I'm looking to pivot to over the high valuation growth stocks, which continue to get whacked almost every day and which continue to absolutely obliterate my portfolio. For example, PayPal and DraftKings have been dogs in my portfolio. So let's talk about their earnings real quick. Bank of America had a very solid fourth quarter earnings with better than expected results. Bank of America reported quarterly earnings of 82 cents per share, which did beat the estimates of 76 cents per share, representing an increase of 28% year over year. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. That's pretty good. And then the company reported quarterly revenue of 22 billion, which matched estimates, and that's also up 10% year over year. Now that's not so great, I'll be honest, but I do expect that specific stat to be boosted once the Fed starts raising interest rates. I think that's going to be good for Bank of America. So that's a big reason why I'm really interested in Bank of America at this price. And so average loan and lease balances were up 10 billion to $945 billion. And this is key right here, as I said, because of interest rates rising this year. That's very important. Their wealth management division posted a 16% increase in revenue to a record 5.4 billion. And this was mostly due to rising asset management and brokerage fees. Investment and banking fees jumped 26% to a record 2.4 billion, which is pretty incredible. Let me just say this about the wealth management division. I don't know why anybody would go to a bank for wealth management. I'll never understand. I'm assuming those are all boomers. I mean, you can literally just open up your own brokerage account and just buy index funds, but what do I know? So Bank of America is a high asset sensitive bank that is expected to earn a higher yield on its loans than its peers. That's another reason why I find this stock to be very, very attractive, is for that specific reason. They will earn a higher yield on their loans than most of their competitors, like like a Citibank or a Wells Fargo, or some of those other banks. The two main catalysts for Bank of America that I believe will allow it to have a great 2022 is the continuing economic recovery becoming more evident, and also interest rates rising. I see both of those catalysts, especially the interest rates rising, absolutely happening, and that should propel this stock to new highs. And so with the kind of year 2022 is shaping out to be, I strongly believe that Bank of America will outperform the S&P 500 again this year, just like it did last year. I mean, if you look at it last year, I think the stock was up 45% year over year, which is absolutely incredible. Bank of America has done very well. And let me just say this, I'm a customer of Bank of America, and so I kind of understand what they provide. They have a very nice app. It's a very easy banking system to use compared to other people. And also, Bank of America has a wonderful credit card business. It is really good. They've got all these cashback reward programs and things like that. They have a very good credit card business. I do think that Bank of America is a very promising bank for the future. I'm very optimistic about them. My only worry about the banks going forward is these fintech companies, and I do think that fintech is kind of the future of banking. However, this is my theory. I think that if some of these fintechs get too big or start to really rise and take too much of the market share from the banks, I think these big banks are just going to buy them up. That's honestly what I think. Like, I would not be surprised to see Bank of America buying some of these fintech companies up, or some of these like crypto brokerages. I wouldn't be surprised. I could definitely see it happening. And that's probably what will happen. But one thing I can say is Bank of America is not going anywhere. They probably will never go anywhere. And I do expect Bank of America to do very well if the Fed raises interest rates. And right now, we're expecting the Fed to do about 3 or 4 rate hikes. But if they do 5, 6, or even 7, which I think the CEO of Chase Bank said that they might even do 7. Who knows if that's true? But if that were to happen, that would be very beneficial for Bank of America. And so mostly in this interest rate environment, on top of the economy's continuing to recover and states removing mass mandates and getting more consumers out there to use their money, I do think that Bank of America will have a very solid year this year and probably will beat the market this year. So Bank of America is one of my top stock picks for this year, and I expect it to do very well. And that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. If you guys like my content or what I said, feel free to give it a like. If you like my opinions and are looking forward to any of my other videos or content that I'll be dropping, then feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.